morning, everybody. Today is a beautiful sunny day outside. We have some snow on the ground here in Colorado Springs, and it's just starting to melt. Should be a nice warm day maybe today, and we can play a little bit outside. That would be awesome. I'm going to sing our hello song today, and then we're going to do some artwork, and we're going to sing some songs. And I thought that we would have a lot of fun today talking about plants and parts of plants. So here we go. Hello, honeydew. Hello, honeydew. Hello, honeydew. How are you this morning? I am fine and I hope you are too. I am fine and I hope you are too. I am fine and I hope you are too. How are you this morning? Hello to Quinn. Hello to Addie. Hello to Harry. Hello, Sophia. Hello to Eddie. Hello to Evie. Hello to Rylan. How are you this morning? Hello, honeydew. Hello, honeydew. Hello, honeydew. How are you this morning? So the other day we made a picture of a really cool snowman, and I wanted to see if I could make a puzzle that I could do that was a picture of that snowman. So today I'm going to show you a little bit ooh, about how to make a puzzle for yourself. So I'm going to do two things on my picture puzzle picture. One is I'm going to make a picture of our snowman. And the other is I'm going to actually write my name, but I'm going to write it in a cool way. I'm going to write it in bubble letters. So here we go. I'm going to use watercolor paper today because it's a little bit stronger. It's a little bit stiffer. So I think I'm going to use green and purple and red and black. I thought I had a blue one in here too. Yes. Okay, so yesterday we learned how to make our snowman with 3 circles. And you can make your snowman look any way you like. You don't have to make it just a 3-circle popsicle. You can actually make a circle or a square or a lump. Today I'm going to make a circle and kind of a lump and then another circle for my snowman. I'm going to make some drifts of snow down here and maybe a couple of snow footprints. So we talked about how if our snowman wants to see, he needs to have eyes. Oh, and he needs to have a nose if he wants to smell, and I'm going to use a carrot nose. And then I'm going to use some little stone shapes to make a smile. Oh, he looks so nice. And today I think my snowman's going to have a little soft knit cap on. So I'm going to make a line with some lines, and then I'm going to make a long kind of a lumpy triangle. And I think we talked about if we wanted to use some sticks from the yard, we could make some arms. We can find some pointy sticks and put them in the middle of our snowman so he has some fancy arms. And now I'm going to make maybe a little scarf too. So I think he's going to have a purple hat. Say. And I like to color it a little scratchy. Give him some texture. And maybe we'll make his scarf to match his hat today. And you can practice making a snowman at home. They're very nice to do. There, he's got a nice scarf. I'm going to do something silly now. I'm going to give him an apple to hold in his stick hand. I think that's a fun thing. He's got a nice red apple in case he needs a snack. I'm going to put a little stem on here with maybe a leaf on there. Isn't that cute with this little apple? Okay, now I'm going to make my name in bubble letters. And part of the reason I'm going to do that is because when you have a puzzle, you need enough detail so that you can tell where to put the pieces on your puzzle. And down here, it's very plain. It needs some detail so I can know how to fit my name together. So I'm going to make an E. That's how my name starts, with the letter E. And then 2 L's. But see how I'm making it bubble letters? That's an interesting skill to have, and it takes a little practice, but it's a lot of fun when you're making some letters that you want to color inside. So I'm going to make this letter maybe a stripedy letter. I'm going to put polka dots in this one. What should I do here? Flowers? And then I'm going to do something really interesting. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut my picture apart. That's a strange thing to do, isn't it? I'm going to take my scissors and I'm actually going to cut my picture into smaller pieces. Not too tiny, maybe pieces about the size of the palm of my hand. So maybe about the size of the bottom of my snowman, but I'm going to make some cuts. And then we're going to have a little fun trying to put it together. So let's see. One ziggy-zaggy cut. Uh-oh. Oh no. 2 kind of swirly-whirly cuts. Uh-oh. My picture. And don't worry, because when you finish, you're going to put all those pieces back together again. Oh, poor snowman. Here we go. We're going to cut another shape out. Oh no, snowman. No, no, snowman. I'm going to cut him this way and that. But then when I'm finished with my careful cutting, I will have a mystery to solve. So let's try to put our puzzle back together. Let's see, we've got all these different pieces. All sorts of different pieces. Does that look like my snowman? Not yet. Oh dear. Well, I think I'm going to start with something easy because I'm noticing that some of these pieces have letters on them, letters of the alphabet. I just dropped a piece. Don't lose any of your puzzle pieces. So I'm going to take everything off of my board except the letters first. And I'm going to see if I can put my name back together. The tricky bit with my name is it's got 2 E's in it. So let's see. There's a corner piece and it's got an E and a piece of something else. Is that my name? No, not yet. I think I need some L's before I have that other E. Oh, look, there, I put my puzzle together and I can actually fit all three pieces together. And I've got my name part of my puzzle already put together. And I've practiced a lot, so I'm kind of fast at this. This looks like a top corner, so I'm going to put that in the top corner. I'm looking at shapes and I'm looking at different ways things fit together. Let's see. Oh, what does that look like? That looks like part of my snowman's face, doesn't it? Oh, and there's his hat. So we've got two pieces of my snowman already put together. I wonder if I can find the other piece of his face. Does that look like it might be part of his face? Let's try. Whoop. Yep, I think we have his face. That looks like his face. Oh, that looks like his face. It's kind of hard to do this and hold it up at the same time. So I'm going to turn my camera down a little bit so you can see. So I have his face and I have my name. And we have two more puzzle pieces. I have this piece and I have this piece. And this piece looks like it's got a little bit of his scarf on it. Yes, it does. So I'm going to put that right there. And look, I'm almost done with my puzzle. I just have one more piece. There we go. Now I have a puzzle that I can do myself, that I made from a picture that I made by myself. And anytime I want to, I can mix up the pieces and put them away, maybe in an envelope or something. And then the next time I want to do a puzzle, I can put these pieces back together and I have a picture that I made. That's a puzzle. Isn't that fun? All right. So I encourage you to do that at home. Make a picture of something that you love. And then with mom's help, because we don't like to cut with scissors by ourselves, we have a little helper with our scissors. Mom's help, cut your picture into probably 7 or 8 pieces, and then mix them up and try to put your picture back together again. It can be a lot of fun. So yesterday, we talked about plants a little bit. We talked about what plants need to stay alive. And I wanted to show you just a little bit about how a plant grows. Actually, first of all, I'm going to show you my plant. This is the plant my friend Miss Kathy gave me. And it's still just little leaves. But it's starting to like the soil that it's in, and I think it's going to grow into a nice plant. She told me it might be celery. I thought that was a really fun thing to have a growing plant of. So when a plant is planted in the ground, I'm going to draw a line. That's the grass, okay, or my garden. And this is the soil underneath. And we're outside, so there's going to be sunshine. The plants have many different parts, just like you have different parts. You have feet, and you have eyes, and you have arms, and you have fingers. I'm going to turn on some more light. Okay, that's a little better. So you have different parts of your body. You have your head, you have your body, and your hands. And plants don't have hands, and they don't have feet. They have a very different way of doing things. We eat with our mouths and drink with our mouths. Plants eat and drink with something called roots. And the roots form from the seed that we plant, and they're down under the ground. And those roots take food for the plant out of the dirt, out of the soil that it's in. They have very tiny little tubes in them, and they suck just like a straw, and they pull the nutrients out of the soil and up into the rest of the plant. But they can't do that without some energy. And plants get their energy from the sun. So once a seed has germinated or started to grow, it puts up a stem and it puts out leaves that we've talked about. And the leaves get their energy from the sun, and that gives them the power to start telling the roots, we're ready for some water, or we're ready for some nutrients from the roots, from the soil. And so the plants, right now we have roots, we have a stem, we have leaves, and we have a growing tip right here. This is a growing tip. This is the part of the plant that knows it has to keep going higher and higher to get more energy from the sun. Sometimes that plant, that tip of the plant, becomes a bud. And when that plant is ready and when it's had enough energy and enough fuel from the sun, it turns the bud into a flower. And a lot of flowers that have fancy heads like that actually turn so that the flower head is facing the sun, so that even the flower gets some energy from the sun. And then when there are other similar plants around, there are things called pollinators, like bees and like butterflies that come and they visit these flowers and they allow them to complete their life cycle so they can make seeds so that new plants can grow, so we can plant new seeds. So that's kind of the parts of the flower, parts of a plant. And that's good information to know. It's very good science. And that stuff takes time. Yesterday in class, we planted dill seeds. And I read on the package that it takes 7 to 14 days to start growing from that particular kind of seed. And it's kind of like when you're waiting for a birthday. I think some of us have had birthdays recently. Well, Addie and Quinn had a birthday yesterday. And when you're waiting for that day to come, it takes a long time. It feels like forever. But these things take time. They take the time they take. So my little plants haven't started blooming yet, haven't started even putting out roots yet. But when I keep the soil watered and there's sunshine in my house, they will start to grow. I wanted to show you something else that's kind of fun. We received a package over the holidays of these things called pistachios. I don't know if any of you know what a pistachio is. It's a kind of a nut. And you can see on the package that it's a little nut with an open mouth, kind of like a Muppet mouth. It's got a little opening. And when you want to eat a nut, like a pistachio nut, here, I'll show you, try to show you a little closer. See, it looks like a little Muppet. If I put eyes on it, it would be so cute. But if I want to eat the nut that's inside, I have to open the shell and I'm going to eat the pistachio. And I dropped my shell. But then I'm left with these cool little white shells. And I decided I was going to make a picture today using those little shells and some sticky glue. I'm going to take my construction paper. I have lots of colors in my paper, all the colors of the rainbow. And I have a little cup of the shells that we got when we ate those nuts. And now, if I can find my sticky glue, I'm going to see if I can make a picture with my nuts. So I'm going to turn the camera down just a little bit again. You won't see all of my face, but then you can see my paper as well. You see my paper? One of the things it's fun to try to do with nuts or shells or seeds is make a pattern. I'm going to make a little pattern with my nuts shells. First, I'm going to make a circle shape. This is really sticky glue. Ooey gooey goo. And always remember to put your cap on your glue or close it up so it doesn't stick shut. I'm going to take my pistachios and I'm going to stick those nut shells into the ooey glue. I'm going to make a pattern. I'm going to make a pattern in a circle. You can tell me what you think I'm going to make with my pattern. Going all the way around in a circle. Yeah, it's starting to look like a sunshine, isn't it? And if you have nuts or seeds or other interesting pieces of things, it's sometimes a lot of fun to see how creative you can get and make beautiful shapes. Cynthia, I've gone all the way around that circle. It's a pity. Let's see if we can squeeze one more in there. That almost looks like a sunflower, doesn't it? And when this glue dries, it will dry clear, so I won't have a big mess. And I think I might even put another layer of pistachio shells inside. You can do this with any kind of shell, or any kind of shaped object that you find outside. You can do it with rocks. You can do it with seashells if you go to the beach. You can do it with sticks and stones. Just about anything you find outside. A little bit later this spring, we're going to do some things with spring things that we find. I thought it would be really nice to make a little collage of pistachio shells. So I'm going to put that aside and let it dry. That's the thing with glue. You got to let it dry or it's going to get goofy everywhere. I'm going to put that over here. We're going to sing another silly song. I'm actually going to start with the song we sang yesterday because we got a little confused with it and interrupty. So we're going to sing the song about Tiny Tim. This is a song that Harry's brother Timothy loves. I had a little turtle. His name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water. He ate a bar of soap. And now he's home, sick in bed with bubbles in his throat. First I called the doctor, then I called the nurse, then I called the lady with the alligator purse. First came the doctor, then came the nurse, then came the lady with the alligator purse. Mumps, said the doctor. Measles, said the nurse. Bubbles, said the lady with the alligator purse. Now Timmy feels all better, no bubbles in his throat. And now when he's in the bathtub, he plays with his toy boat. I guess the lesson of that song is don't eat the soap in the bathtub. And yesterday we sang Oats, Peas, Beans, and Barley Grow. That's a song about how things grow. That's kind of a fun song to sing as well. I'm looking in my little songbook to see if there's another one I want to teach you today. Oh, let's do a skipping song. This song is called Skip to My Lou. Do you know how to skip? Skipping is 1 foot hops and the other one follows. 1 foot hops and the other one follows. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Good skipping. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Lost my friend, what do I do? Lost my friend, what do I do? Lost my friend, what do I do? Skip to my Lou, my darling. Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Excuse me. Miss Ellie had a sneeze. All right. It is almost time for us to say goodbye this morning. I hope you try to make a collage with something that you can find around your house. I hope that you also can try to make a puzzle that you can solve by drawing a picture and then carefully cutting some pieces. And I will see you all tomorrow for our short and sweet Shabbat and a special blessing. You might have heard that this evening at midnight, we change from 2021 in the secular calendar to, or 2020 in the secular calendar to 2021. We have a new secular year. At the beginning of this year, we're going to start talking about calendar a little bit. Calendar is an interesting way to keep track of the days. And I can show you how we write our special dates in our calendar as well, like our birthdays and our holidays. So in the meantime, have a very happy afternoon. Have a very happy day. And I hope we'll see you tomorrow for our Shabbat. I'm so glad we were together, together, together. I'm so glad we were together to sing and to play with Addie and Quinn and Harry and Sophia. I'm so glad we were together, together, together. I'm so glad we were together to sing and to play with Evie and Rylan and Eddie and everyone. I'm so glad we were together, together, together. I'm so glad we were together to sing and to play. Thank you guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. Mwah.